Welcome to Made in Alpharetta, the only podcast dedicated to showcasing what makes Alpharetta so awesome. Today's show is brought to you by the Alpharetta Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm your host, Kathleen Sturgeon. Be sure to listen for the secret word to enter to win a gift voucher for an 8-inch decorated cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes. So without further ado, and I guess I kind of ruined the surprise, today I'm joined in studio by Gloria Mattei, the owner and operator of the Alpharetta location of Nothing Bundt Cakes. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm pretty excited because I feel like I see you guys all around town and at so many events. And every time I pull up and I see your truck or your van or see the cakes on the table, I'm like, yes, this is going to be a good day. And then my family, like for holidays or birthdays, we always get your products.
Well,
so
thank you so much.
I'm a personal fan.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So, Gloria, can you start by telling me, how did you open the store? It's a franchise, is that right?
It is a franchise. It's a franchise that was born in 1996, 1997, two ladies in Las Vegas. And they started doing their own. One of them had a recipe for the cake and the other one had the recipe for the frosting. And they started serving it to their friends and family and realized that they had a market and a niche, and they opened their own store to the point that they even had to close the store because they couldn't handle the volume.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, they decided that they were going to open a store. They were very successful. And I believe in 97 was when they started doing franchising, and their first store was in San Diego. They were very successful in the West Coast, so very well known in California. And they started growing in the East Coast. I opened in 2013. So it was about 2010 that they started opening stores in the East Coast. And I just stumbled upon the store on one of my trips in California. And when I tasted the product, I just fell in love with it. And my first question was, is there something like this in Georgia? And my wheels started turning.
Yeah. And so are you a baker? Do you like to bake?
Oh my God, no.
No?
I'm not a baker. I'm not a cook. That was the biggest surprise to everybody of my previous employer and coworkers who were like, what are you doing? You don't even cook. So it had nothing to do with that. I mean, I just really fell in love with the product, and I felt that it was something so unique and so special that it was a great opportunity from a business perspective to bring it to Georgia.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how did you go from tasting the product, liking the product, deciding to open it, and then officially opening? What went down in that time?
It was quite a process. So it is a process that we have to go through. They are very meticulous in their acquiring, I guess, of franchisees, if I should say that. And so when I started thinking about doing that, I first of all reach out to them because they have all the information out there for, possible franchisees. And I started to do the research. After I did the research, I had to go through quite an extensive interview process. I think it was about 6 months of interview that we went through. In different stages, different things. They kind of open the door to different areas. You have to go through a series of reviews, presentations, and all that kind of stuff. And after we did that, we actually were first said no on our first try around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, believe it or not. And because they really want to make sure that their franchisees and the owners have all the bases covered. And they were so kind to tell us, you're tentatively approved, but you need to work a little bit more on your business plan. So that was a great feedback. And so we went back, we looked at it again and reviewed it. And about a year later, we said, okay, we have another business plan for you. And we got approved at then.
Oh, wow. How did that feel?
It felt great. I mean, the first time around was a little awkward. It's like, oh my God, I did all of that and now I'm being told no. But it was a great learning experience. I mean, I guess it was just meant to be, and we kept working at it. And here we are 5 years later.
That's a great story. I never knew that background of it. Wow.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to be a franchise owner? Do you get to pick the flavors, or is everything like, how do you run it yourself?
So this franchise, I mean, I'm very proud to be part of this franchise. They are very meticulous. They take very good care of our brand. And so what it means being part of a franchise is that they're really giving you the structure of how to operate the bakery. They do give you very strict standards that you need to follow. So they do give you the recipes. We definitely have certain secret aspects that we don't know, but they do give you the recipes, and everything is done at the bakery from scratch. So they tell you all the ingredients, and there's specific recipes that you need to follow, and they do give you standards that we have to make sure that we follow to make sure that we are in integrity to our brand and to our quality.
That makes sense. And what's your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor is lemon.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Not too sweet, not too tangy. I'm not a lemon lover, but bundt cake, our lemon cake is superb.
That's how I feel about red velvet. I don't like red velvet cake, but the buns are so good.
Yeah. Red velvet is one of our top sellers. It's incredible.
Yeah. I don't think I had even tried it really before you guys came around. So
really?
thank you.
Yeah. That's awesome. No, red velvet actually had never tried it, but that was the first flavor I tasted when I first was introduced to the brand.
Oh, that's awesome. And so can you tell me, I've heard a little bit about your background just here and there in passing, and we've chatted before, but about your son. So he plays a big part in this, right?
Big part.
So how so?
Well, I was in corporate world. Like I said, I'm not a baker, not a cooker, never had this in my mind. I loved my corporate job, and I was a workaholic. My son is autistic. He's in the spectrum, and I know that it was going to be hard for him to be in a corporate environment. So I always had in the back of my mind, I need to do something on my own. I need to do something on my own. And I didn't know what that was. When I encountered the brand and I started researching about it and, tasting the product was the first thing, I thought maybe this is what I need to do. Maybe this is something that might be good for him. That might be either be there where he can be part of the community that way, or maybe he can prove himself to society in this way. So that's really my why and the reason why I jump out of corporate world into this.
Yeah. And so how has that been? Were you right? Did you prove yourself right?
It's been amazing. Yeah, it's been amazing. First of all, the concept of what we do, yes, we're a bakery. Yes, we say we have the best cake in the world, and but we are really there for something more. And I have expanded that beyond just within our guests, in my view, but within my family. I really believe we have a saying that say cakes changes everything, and it has really happened in our case. So this has given me the opportunity, first of all, to give him a way, like I said, into the community. He goes with me to events. I have actually had a lot of my guests that have come to the store and just said, you Adrian's mom? And it's like, yeah, that's me. He has become much more, since we opened the store, he's become much more aware that so if we have a business, and he has used it as a way for him to communicate more with people. So in a way, he's my marketer.
Oh, that's
he
awesome.
markets for me, and he talks to everybody about the store. So it has helped him to be more involved, I guess.
That's great. And so when you guys opened the store, what was the initial response? So obviously you tried it, the cakes and everything, and you loved it and wanted to do your own version of it. But what did the public jump on board immediately? Did it take some time? What happened there?
I would say both. I think we got great response on the product initially. I mean, as first as somebody tastes it, they just taste the freshness of the product and the taste of it. But it takes some time to build awareness. Definitely. So I would say we got some good response. There was already one store. I opened in 2013, and there was already a store in Sandy Springs. So there were some individuals that knew about that because of that exposure. But it took us some time to build the awareness of the brand.
And now you have a cult following, right?
I love it. Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. And how has it changed? Like how has it grown over the, what'd you say, 5 years?
It's been 5 years, yeah. Wow. We just turned 5 now in 2018. So we're running our 6th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what has been one of the biggest changes that you've seen since you opened to now?
Without a doubt, the recognition. I mean, at first, like I said, one of the best ways that I could figure out on how to create that brand awareness and let people know who we are and what do we do was about, getting involved in the community and figuring out a way, how could I, with our cakes, help out in the community. So I started reaching out to schools. I started looking for activities and events within the city. And that was my way of not only saying this is what we can do, but it's like, how can I help? And so I'm very proud to say that our cakes have helped around quite a bit in fundraising activities, etc. So which is a big pleasure for us.
Oh, yeah. That's like an added bonus.
Yeah,
right?
we love it. Yeah, we love that. It's loving to be part of the community. It's loving to give. And we say that we bring a little bit of joy with all of our cakes.
I would agree with that. So we are about to take a brief break to hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back. Planning a wedding, reunion, or corporate meeting in Alpharetta? The Alpharetta Convention and Visitor Bureau offers a variety of complimentary event planning resources to help you during your event or meeting planning process. Their expert team will help you find event venues and meeting space around the area, secure group hotel room nights at Alpharetta's 25 hotels, and provide you with free visitor information to share with your Alpharetta hotel guests. Visit awesomealpharetta.com to learn more. Welcome back to Made in Alpharetta. I am joined today by Gloria Mattei, the owner and operator of the Alpharetta location of Nothing Bundt Cakes. So, Gloria, I know we talked about how people love the products and love what you guys stand for and everything, but that has been proven by all the awards you guys have won.
We've been very lucky.
Yeah. So App and Media Group hosts the Best of the Best awards every year, and you guys multiple times have won Best Dessert and Best Bakery. So, I mean, congratulations. That's no small feat.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but we're very, very proud of it.
How does that feel because obviously you guys stand behind your products.
We do.
But how does it feel when the community rallies around and votes for you? Because, I mean, these are thousands of awards.
It's the biggest reward ever.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It feels amazing. It feels rewarding, of course. It's like we put a lot of work day in, day out. This is not just my labor. We have a big team that is behind everything that we do. And without them, we will be nowhere. So it is such a compliment to them because of what they do. And not only are they there to do our cakes and our frosting on a daily basis, they know exactly of what we do in the community and they enjoy it as well. So I think that comes across.
Yeah, and that definitely came across in 2017 when you won the One to Watch Award.
Oh,
congratulations,
yeah.
That's
huge.
You.
It was huge. It was a big surprise.
Yeah.
Very unexpected.
That was the first one, right? You were like the inaugural winner of that?
I was.
Wow. So, I mean, that's amazing.
It was amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we had no idea. I mean, I had no idea. You guys pulled a real surprise on me. Yeah.
Well, you deserve it, definitely.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I think that says a lot that not only the community supports you guys and obviously likes your products, but then votes for you too. So.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a great experience. I mean, it's kind of like a round circle, right? We feel that we're there to support our community, that we're bringing a little bit of joy with our cakes, that we're giving you an absolute amazing product in our mind. We stand behind it, but I mean, it's really nothing if it doesn't serve the rest of us in the right way, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And that kind of goes into, you guys often say that you're not in the cake business, but in the joy-giving business,
we
right?
Are.
I love that.
Yeah.
So did you come up with that?
Yeah, we love it. No, that's actually something that the franchisor come together with that. But we truly, if you get to meet every franchisee, I mean, we truly all believe in this. We, like I said, we're very selective. They're very selective in how choosing their franchisees. And we really believe that it's not just about the cake. It's about what we can do with our cake and what it is that we can bring and we can serve. We say that we celebrate the little and the small because it's just because it's the everyday. How can you make somebody's day? How can you just uplift somebody day by just giving them something sweet? Or just making that celebration extra special, right? So it's about bringing something that is not just the product, but how are you making that somebody else feel with what you're presenting them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I know I said that I enjoyed the cakes, obviously, but it's also exciting to see your products, because it's like, you're going to get that good service with it too, and like the upbeat attitude and the positivity. So
we believe in paying attention to details. The customer service for us is critical. And it's about, like I said, bringing that little bit of joy to somebody. I mean, I had thousands of stories of guests that have come into our store. Maybe it's not the best of their day, or they're coming in to get a cake because of somebody that is not having the best day, and they're trying to lift up their spirits. And it's just a great way of us helping them and get that across.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a proposal?
Oh my God.
What's like the craziest moment that you witnessed?
We have had several prom requests.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Proposals?
Proposals, yeah. Proposals with our bundt cakes. They have done several things with them. We have done several baby reveals.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah. It has been great. Yeah. We have done several baby reveals. We have done many, many weddings. But as far as proposals, from what I can remember, prom proposals have been the most prominent, I guess, that we have seen.
And you guys work with the customers if they come in and they're like, I have this idea. Yes. You guys like, okay.
We actually do. We actually have something that is called the Build a Bundt. And when they come up with that idea, they have some specific, decoration or some specific unique occasion, then we start working with them and we said, okay, so maybe we can do a decoration in your cake that has to do with this color and with this specific picture, and what do you want to say to them? So that's how we can come up with unique custom ways of serving their needs.
That's cool. That must be fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Yeah, we have had like vacation proposals from a perspective of a surprise vacation. We've once had a surprise vacation and they were like, how can we just show this to the kids with a cake? So we came up with a theme and did that for them.
That's cool. So why do you guys take that extra step? Like, why do you think it's important to be so involved in the community and have the mindset that you do?
I think that's what makes us different. That's what it makes us unique. I mean, just buying the product to put it in top of a table just for buying the product doesn't make any sense to me. You have to have a reason behind it. And it's got to be something that, again, I'm going to say brings the joy, but it's really true. It's how are you going to make something special out of an everyday occasion, I guess.
Yeah. And so what is next for you? Like, what future plans do you have in store?
So I want to continue. So definitely everything that has to do with special needs is close and dear to my heart. And so I would like to continue to be involved in that aspect. I've been working very closely with Lionheart Works. I hope it's okay that I say that. But Lionheart Works, again, very close and dear to my heart because of they are very dedicated to autism and helping kids in the spectrum into the work environment. So been working with them really closely. And so I actually have one of their team members in my shop working with us several hours a week. And so I would like to continue to be involved in that aspect. I would like to continue to grow the business. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go into a second store and where. But it's a lot of work, and I want to make sure that when it's done the right way. And but we would love to continue to grow. I mean, Alpharetta has been so good to us, and the city is growing in such an amazing way. So we would love to continue to grow in the same way alongside the city.
Yeah, great. Well, before we go, the secret word to enter online is cake. CAKE. And thank you, Gloria, for joining me today.
Thank you.
Where can people find out more about Nothing Bundt Cakes?
So you can go to our website at www.nothingbundtcakes.com.
Okay.
And then you can also search by your zip code, so any of the zip codes in Alpharetta, and then it will bring up my location, and you can either look at all of our flavors, decorations, options that you can think of. And we also have now some of our near retail that little plates and cups and everything that can be put together with our cakes, and they're great gifting ideas. So go into our website, and of course, our location is at 5230 Windward Parkway, and we look forward to see you there.
Perfect. Thank you again to the Alpharetta Convention and Visitors Bureau. Don't forget to check them out at awesomealpharetta.com. Be sure to find Made in Alpharetta anywhere you listen to podcasts, including on iTunes. Follow Made in Alpharetta on Twitter at Alpharetta Made, and you can keep up with me on Facebook by searching Kathleen Sturgeon or on Twitter at KS Sturgeon. Thanks, Gloria.
Thank you so much.